Borsola, like an old man, enters. I am come to make thy tomb.
Ah, my tomb? Thou speakst as if I lay upon my deathbed, gasping for breath. Dost thou perceive me sick?
Yes, and the more dangerously since thy sickness is insensible.
Thou art not mad, sure. Dost know me?
Yes.
Who am I?
Thou art a box of worm seed, at best but a salvatore of green mummy. What's this flesh? A little crowded milk, fantastical puff paste. Our bodies are weaker than those paper prisons boys use to keep flies in. More contemptible, since ours is to preserve earthworms. Didst thou ever see a lark in a cage? Such is the soul in the body. This world is like a little turf of grass, and the heaven o'er our heads like a looking-glass, only gives us a miserable knowledge of the small compass of our prison.
Am I not thy Duchess?
Thou art some great woman, sure, if a riot begins to sit on thy forehead, clad in grey hairs 20 years sooner than on a merry milkmaid's. Thou sleepest worse than if a mouse should be forced to take up her lodging in a cat's ear. A little infant that breeds its teeth, should it lie with thee, would cry out as if thou wert the more unquiet bedfellow.
I am Duchess of Malfi still.
That makes thy sleep so broken. Glories like glowworms afar off shine bright, but look too near have neither heat nor light.
Thou art very plain.
My trade is to flatter the dead, not the living. I am a tomb maker.
And thou comest to make my tomb?
Yes.
Ah, my tomb? Thou speakst as if I lay upon my deathbed, gasping for breath. Let me be a little merry. Of what stuff wilt thou make it?
Nay, resolve me first of what fashion.
Why, do we grow fantastical on our deathbed? Do we affect fashion in the grave?
Most ambitiously. Princes' images on their tombs do not lie as they were wont, seeming to pray up to heaven, but with their hands under their cheeks, as if they died of the toothache. They are not carved with their eyes fixed upon the stars, but as their minds were wholly bent upon the world, the self-same way they seem to turn their faces.
Let me know fully, therefore, the effect of this thy dismal preparation, this talk fit for a charnel.
No, I shall. Enter executioners with a coffin, cords, and a bell. Here is a present from your princely brothers, and may it arrive welcome, for it brings last benefit, last sorrow.
Let me see it. I have so much obedience in my blood, I wish it in their veins to do them good.
This is your last presence chamber.
Oh, my sweet lady, peace, it frightens not me.
I am the common bellman that usually is sent to condemn persons the night before they suffer.
Even now thou saidst thou wast a tomb maker.
It was to bring you by degrees to mortification. Listen. Hark. Now everything is still. The screech owl and the whistler shrill call upon our dame aloud, and bid her quickly don her shroud. Much you had of land and rent, your length in clay is now competent. A long war disturbed your mind, here your perfect peace is signed. Oh, what is it fools make such vain keeping? Sin, their conception, their birth weeping, their life a general mist of error, their death a hideous storm of terror. Strew your hair with powders sweet, don clean linen, bathe your feet. And a foul fiend more to check, a crucifix let bless your neck. 'Tis now full tide twixt night and day. End your groan, and come away.
Hence, villains, tyrants, murders, alas, what will you do with my lady? Help! To whom? To our next neighbours? They are mad folks.
Remove that noise.
Farewell, Cariola. In my last will I have not much to give. A many hungry guests are fed upon me. Thine will be a poor reversion. I will die with her. I pray thee, look thou givest my little boy some syrup for his cold, and let the girl say her prayers ere she sleep.
Cariola is forced out by the executioners.
Now, what you please. What death?
Strangling. Here are your executioners.
I forgive them. The apoplexy, catarrh, or cough of the lungs would do as much as they do.
Does not death fright you?
Who would be afraid on it, knowing to meet such excellent company in the other world?
Yet methinks the manner of your death should much afflict you. This cord should terrify you. Not a whit.
What would it pleasure me to have my throat cut with diamonds, or to be smothered with cassia, or to be shot to death with pearls? I know death have 10,000 several doors for men to take their exits, and 'tis found they go on such strange geometrical hinges you may open them both ways. Any way, for heaven's sake, so I were out of your whispering. Tell my brothers that I perceive death. No, I am well awake. Best gift is they can give or I can take. I would fain put off my last woman's fault. I'd not be tedious to you. We are ready. Dispose my breath, how please you. But my body, bestow upon my women, will you? Yes. Pull, and pull strongly. For your able strength must pull down heaven upon me. Yet stay. Heaven gates are not so highly arched as princes' palaces. They that enter there must go upon their knees. Come, violent death, serve for mandragora to make me sleep. Go tell my brothers when I am laid out, they then may feed in quiet. The executioners strangle the Duchess.
Where's the waiting woman? Fetch her. Some other strangle the children.
Cariola and children are brought in by the executioners, who presently strangle the children.
Look you, there sleeps your mistress.
Executioners strangle Cariola.
Bear her into the next room. Let these lie still.
Exhume the executioners with the body of Cariola. Enter Ferdinand. Is she dead?
She is what you'd have her.
But here begin your pity. Shows the children strangled. Alas, how have these offended?
The death of young wolves is never to be pitied.
Fixed your eye here.
Constantly. Do you not weep? Other sins only speak. Murder shrieks out, the element of water moistens the earth, but blood flies upward and bedews the heavens. Cover her face. Mine eye is dazzled. She died young.